Hello? Okay, my microphone wasn't working. I was ranting at my cat and no one heard it. He just spilt over my coffee all over my e-reader because he tries to bury it. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Major Cool. Hello, Ryan. Let me know how loud this music is, by the way. I should probably also switch to something that's definitely royalty-free, so I don't get absolutely killed. Chances are slim, but you never know. You never know. Chances are never zero. Okay. We want this, and then we want this. Hello, Gertrude. Hello, Cyclan? Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I always mean to do more short form stuff, but it takes time. And like, it's something I want to develop. I want to be better at speaking. Like, I'm still scripting them a fair bit. I want to get better at just like being able to communicate eloquently. But the problem is that I feel short form videos require communication that plays to the short attention spans in that format. And unfortunately, I speak to get to the point. Like, I don't think of something and then say it. I start talking and then find my way. And I don't think that's very good for short form media. So I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be better at it. But thank you. Okay. Why is this not showing me the chat? Hello, chat? And I can see it, but not in the way that I want. OBS, I think, is having minor issues. Docs, chat. Oh, it wants me to log in, that's why. That's weird. One moment. Every time I start streaming, it's basically just troubleshooting for like 5 minutes. But we'll get there. How is everyone doing? Has it logged me in? No, it hasn't. Try and do this the old-fashioned way. What is... Has everyone been enjoying the Hobbit previews? How's the excitement for the Hobbit set? I know it's Universes Beyond, but like, one of the good ones, right? Okay, it's fine. I figured out my chat. We'll get there. Oh, Sakan, I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, the 33 card method was something that just like happened randomly. It's one of those thoughts where you have a thought and you're like, wow, this is actually better than I anticipated when I had the thought. But I'm glad it helps. So I'm going to, today won't be a long stream, probably about an hour and a half, because I forgot that I have something to do in about 2 hours time. But I'll do some yapping, obviously, and then I'm going to do some exploration through my bulk as the background activity, because I've been meaning to scan it for ages, and I find it quite fun seeing what's a $1 card and what's a $10 or $50 or $100 card after a couple of months after these sets have kind of settled. So I'll be doing that in the background, but obviously answering questions and yapping throughout that process. Major cool. I am happy to hear that. There's Gertrude. There's a lot of support for food in the Lord of the Rings set as well. So there's a lot of a lot of ways to do fun stuff with food. Okay, let's see if this works. Apparently not. 1 second. I need to set up my camera. Video capture device. Properties. This one. Hey, there we go. We have the technology. No, I need to figure out best. Yeah, that's probably good. Put my mouse over here. Okay, yeah. Oh, hey, Amy. Hello. Yeah, streaming times are cursed. I thought about it the other day. I was like, I should try and do... I mean, I don't stream very often, but I should try and do ones that are... And this is like the earliest I can do for US time, because it's 10:05 and I do not function. Especially my wife is away, so like I have to look after my animals and all this stuff. So when I wake up, I'll get bombarded for an hour. But I also want to do European time, which would be difficult because I can only do it on weekends. Because if I start streaming at 8, that's like 10 a.m. for most of Europe. So like I could do it, but who's watching streams at 10 a.m.? I don't really know. Stardew Valley is exactly what Secret Lair should be about. I think it's very cool. Alright, I'm gonna grab some cards. 1 sec. Remy, I need to get past you. My animals have formed like a fort around me, and like I need to move. I have to bother them all. Let's start with a random stack of cards. Let's start with a random stack of cards. I don't know if you've seen these contraptions, but they're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. Okay, let's start a new... Let's do this one. Scan. Yes, I've done this before. Good app, I've done it before. Please do not tell me where to go. Okay. Oh, this goes here. There we go, like that. And then... Yeah, 2 a.m. in Germany, yeah, it sounds about right. Sounds about right. Okay, this is good because it means that it's not going to block the chat. Might even zoom in a tiny bit so you can get a better view on the screen. 1 second. Cycling, what apps are you building? The question is this going to zoom in or is it going to move the camera? Oh, it's zoomed in. Sweet. Have the technology. Okay. Crawl of the Void is a great card. But more importantly, as someone who needs to get rid of these cards, how much does it cost? Let's find out. 50 cents apparently. Which is not the best, but it's fine. Age of Eternities was such a cool set. Like, I definitely am more of a swords and sorcery nerd, but yeah, I definitely liked Age of Eternities a lot. I still have a sealed Hearthhold deck that I just forgot about. That at some point I should probably do something with. Now, I'm just gonna scan these. I'm really just looking to see which are the ones that stand out in terms of monetary value. Maybe I've already done this pile because these are all under $1. But we'll find out. Another Coral of the Void. Oh. Some of the art on these is sick. Eumidian Waste Walker. Sansa, I could barely do my own bulk, so no. This is like, the reason I'm doing this on stream is because it gives me something to do while I talk, and like, this is, yeah, no bueno. Now here is a bunch of, I made the zoom this in too far because now I'll put this here behind chat because it's fine. A bunch of tokens, commons. I'm probably not going to scan commons, although Strixhaven, what are the rares doing with the commons? Oh dear. Oh dear, that's not how that's supposed to be. Should really scan uncommons because sometimes they're worth a bunch of money, but limited interest, to be honest. Bondam was very cool. Are there any uncommons from Strixhaven that were expensive? Anybody know? Tanuk is very cool. Is this the hey Quad? Is this Tanuk the ping one? Or Tanuk the warp one? Oh, that's cool, Slackman. That's cool. That's very cool. In my Discord, Vegaby has a well, it's manual, but he tracks all his commander games of his friends. It's cool. Okay, I don't think any of this is worth anything. Ooh, such a nice card. Feral Deathgorger. Yeah, I'll put it not in the middle of chat. Be useful. Use your eyes, Graham. There you go. Ooh, tiny. I want to love the Warp Tanuk, but I feel like the fact that he's mono red kind of limits him a little bit. I think to really be good, he'd need to be dual colored, because the limit is the creatures that are in those colors are kind of. There's nothing super crazy that you can cheat in. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but that's what my feeling has been. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here that is particularly good. Although I am seeing cards I was looking for, which is important. These are my pauper cards, my deck that I was looking for. So this is useful. This is why I wanted to do this. There's a whole bunch of pauper stuff here. Packdoll Terrors, Grim Baubles, Lands, Bajuka Bogs, Obsessive Search, Cast Down, Counterspells. Some old counterspells. I have had these counterspells. So this is a... I'll wait till the camera catches up. This is a Mercadian Masks counterspell. You can see it has some nice wear on the edges. It's been well played. And some Tempest counterspells. I have had these counterspells for longer than I have had almost anything else in my life. Got another Tempest counterspell in here somewhere. There it is. I've had these for probably late 90s. Mid to late 90s. How long I've had these counterspells. Should make that a social post. That's cool. I've had those counterspells longer than most people have had partners, children, anything in their lives, really. Pets. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. How cool is this Brainstorm? It's my favorite. This is probably my favorite art in all of Magic. Oh, I'm tapping on something that you can't see. Don't know if you can see the counter spells, to be honest. But there you go. This Brainstorm is my favorite art in all of Magic. Big fan of this Brainstorm art. But yeah, don't know if you could see. These are the counter spells that I've had for a very long time. Mercadian Masks and Tempest. I will not be scanning those in. Those are staying right here. I need them. Okay, I'm gonna get another batch of cards. Actually, I'll scan these quickly and then I'll get another batch of cards. I am scanning with Mana Box. Mana Box. I don't think that's going to be worth anything. No, it's not. Neither will the Royal Treatment, but I'll scan it anyway, just because it's pretty. Spend Aggression. Worth anything? 50 cents. Berta. Cool card. 50 cents. Geometer's Arthropod. 50 cents. No. Okay, I have one that I believe is going to be worth more. $7. Professor. Dalian Fell. Dalian Fell. Alright, we got $7. Sweet. Get some more cards. Process might be faster than I thought. If there's a bunch of commons in here. But we'll see. We'll see. Secret Lair Mystic Remora. Yeah, it's very pretty. Is that the Kellogg Sloops art? Same guy who did the Dan Secret Lair? I think it is. He's very good. He's Australian. He will be at the Spotlight series in Brisbane as an artist, almost certainly. More pauper cards, more pauper cards, more pauper cards, more pauper cards. Let's go over here. Do I think Griselbrand should be unbanned? Maybe they can unban it in Cali Commander. That is a joke, to be clear. I hope that none of you have been made aware of what Cali Commander is. I think that... How good is this forest, by the way? I think that Griselbrand is broken. So I don't think it should necessarily be in... I don't think it should be unbanned. Because you can just play it and draw half your library. I think that's probably not healthy in any format. Well, yeah, especially in Commander. Dudlik, what do I need to tell you? What have I missed? Oh, oh, I don't want to start beef on the internet. I don't want to start beef on the internet. The frog is not a beefing animal. But fuck it, why not? There is a guy who I think is misguided. I think he is misguided. This camera dipping. This camera has like moved. 1 second, let me just... You know, if this moves... There's a guy by the name of Cassius Marsh. He is a ex-football player. He likes to flex his very expensive cards and share his opinions wildly. but it seems like he is new to the game. And not to ruin anyone's excitement for the game, but his opinions are not necessarily very good. They are the opinions of someone who is quite new and someone who is quite ultra competitive. And I don't think they're particularly helpful in either endearing himself to anybody else or as something that people should be thinking about the game. And he has recently started his own format because he did not like CDH, probably because he wasn't winning. It's basically a 1v1 CDH, and with a whole bunch of silly rules and controversy around it. And it doesn't need to be a format, because we don't need more formats. Because really, if he wants to be competitive and test himself, he should go play 60 card formats, like Standard or Modern, or go and play Limited. If he thinks he's good at the game, or he thinks he wants to be competitive, Magic has had ultra competitive formats for the last 40 years, 30 years. He doesn't need to start his own format to be ultra competitive. It just tells me that he's not confident in his abilities to be competitive in the formats that already exist. I just don't like that. I think that it doesn't make sense to me, and I think that it sets a bad precedent. So anyway, Cali Commander, I think not a fan. Not a fan. I think people making their own formats for fun, not as a creator or someone with a big profile, is good. I think making fun formats with your friends is really cool, and people should do it. Kitchen table Magic is the best way to play the game, I think. And Dual Commander, yeah, exactly. Dual Commander happens to exist. We don't need just a Dual Commander, but different. Oh, sorry, maybe I wasn't clear, Jesse. This is a person that is basically just talks about being competitive, but they are making their own format because they didn't like the other competitive formats. Noting that CDH is not a real competitive format. It's not. As far as I am concerned, CDH is not a real competitive format. There's too much variance. Oh, thank you. Okay, sorry, making sure. It's early in the morning, alright? My brain is still firing up. But yeah, my opinion... Let's just do all the spicy takes at once. My opinion is that CDH is not a real competitive format. Because there's too much variance. And the people who really... And I know some people like Sam Black, well-known Magic people that are good at the game, play CDH. Yeah, I got properly beta, Jesse, well done. I know they play CDH and they're all about it, but I have nothing against the CDH as a format. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. As a competitive endeavor, I think it's a waste of time. I think people that take it seriously as a competitive format are not particularly serious themselves. Like, and I'm not even good at competitive formats, right? I am okay as a player. I'm very sloppy. I think I'm much better at deck building and crafting of ideas than I am at playing the game. But I know I have enough confidence in myself and my abilities, or comfort in my abilities to be like, I don't need to prove myself at a competitive format because I know I'm not good enough. But I don't have to go and play CDH because there's a chance I can be good at it. How is this Oko $1? Morkant, come on. $1 for Morkant? This feels like one of those professor videos where he starts scanning in cards and he goes, I don't know, $5 and it's like 1 cent. And he goes, I don't know, 50 cents and it's like $50. Hey, biologist. Yeah, this game is supposed to be about inclusivity. And a lot of this stuff feels exclusionary. That's why it gets my back up. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm not going to scan these two because they're going in a deck. This means Life of the Low needs to go in Marin. And the 10 rings needs to go in, most likely go in, my bracket for Zhulodoc deck. More pauper cards. So many pauper cards. Hey, Mr. Tiddlick. Yeah, quite. The problem I have with that is that in poker, people can't just deliberately fuck you over. So like, this is the biggest thing that I see the issue with CDH and the crash outs I see is people being like, oh, this person took this game action that ruined it for the rest of us. You can't do that in poker. You can bluff. You can, you can play mind games, but you can't just deliberately grief someone and stop someone else from winning. If someone's got a good hand, you can't touch their game plan at all. All you can do is try and mind game them. Mind games, 10 out of 10, best thing ever. So a format where people can deliberately just play not to win in order to stop someone else from winning, and then have everyone be upset about that when it's literally baked into the format, that's not a real competitive format, as far as I'm concerned. Again, I enjoy high-power games of Magic. I think CDH is really cool as a form of Commander. I just think that people that take it super seriously and get ego about it are probably misguided. Probably a little bit misguided. No hate to CDH as a format. I think it's good fun. I love Meren. Big fan. Big fan of Meren, as I'm sure you know. I tried Sidisi Region to the Myron Meren, but I really didn't like it. God, I'm sorting through these cards and I'm just like, yeah, these are all Pauper cards. I have bought a lot of Pauper cards. Thought I'd be doing cool stuff with cool cards, but there are some cool cards in here that I will scan in a minute. But this is all just Pauper. Do I have a problem? No, officer. I have not been drinking. Absolutely fine. How much do you reckon these forests are? $5? Fuck, I better sell those. Has it added it? Probably not. +1? Sweet. More Pauper cards. Pauper. Fuck's sakes, okay. Big stack here next to me of Pauper cards. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with high-powered Commander. Nothing wrong at all. Umbral Collar Zealot, are you expensive? $1. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, let's have a look at this. Is there anything good in here? Rapturous Moment, Proctor's Gaze. These seems to be all bulk. Commons. Lathril, how did you get in here? Warden of the Grove. Okay, we've got some stuff in here. Warden of the Grove, are you worth anything? $2. Cool Heroes Downfall, are you worth anything? No. Lathril, surely like 50 cents. Okay, $1. Gaunty Knight Minister. Ooh, a Verge. $10. Ayo. $14. How much is this island gonna be? $1? Oh, $1.50. Not bad. How would I recommend closing out games with a Kefka deck? Is this in lower power or in CDH? Wow. What art is this? This is incredible art. Empty the Warrens. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Such beautiful art. Now, obviously, this is an art card, not the real thing, but you get the idea. Hello, Outreach Gamer. I absolutely love Kefka. I have one of the expensive I have the expensive Kefka. The alt art search foil one. I pulled it from the Final Fantasy set. I think Kefka in bracket 3 is okay. Though I think that Kefka in bracket 3, you probably shouldn't be playing combo win-cons, as far as I'm concerned, because I think Kefka as an engine, pairing him with flicker effects and things that can like drain your opponent's hands so much. I think pairing with over efficient win cons is probably a bit rough for bracket 3. So I would say if you were trying to win with Kefka in bracket 3, I think I would bake in win cons that are I don't know, are there things that get bigger every time opponents discard a card? Creatures like that? Something that's like synergistic with Kefka but not like a 2-card win con? I really like Kefka. I think though that he has the potential to be quite toxic. If oh, Spirit Mascot, that's a common. That's a nice card for Pauper. I should probably double check these cards before I just bin them. Well, and I say bin, I mean give them to my friend. I feel like these are the bulk rares that were already sorted and I'm sorting them again. Oh, there's 2 pings I get here. One is if I get higher than $1. It's like gambling. Yeah, I should really be careful here that I don't just bin stuff. Ooh, how much is Tablet of Discovery worth? Oh, $2. Nice. Now, I imagine that's probably not the answer you wanted with Kefka, but I think it's difficult to come down from high power to lower power, is my experience. Because once you're used to the pace of the game at high power, I think it becomes quite difficult to slow yourself down. I have found that myself as someone who builds a lot of decks for other people, and people have asked me for bracket 4 decks a lot of the time recently. And like going back to building so I just did a video about Gandalf, and going back to like trying to craft the bracket 2 win con. I was like, oh fuck, how do I do this again? So yeah, I think it's tricky. It's a little bit tricky. All right, let's have a look at this. And then there's some good cards here. I know, trust me. It's not all $1 bulk rares, I promise. Not that I suppose you're really here for the juiced cards. Frenzied Baloth. How much do we reckon? $2. I remember thinking this card was going to be absolutely broken. Ignore my TikTok notifications. Doxing myself. Echoing Deeps, $1. Deserted Temple, $5. Ooh, I have one of those in my Jewel Dock deck, but it's the Odyssey original printing. A big soft spot for. Oh, JC, by the way, I know I have a DM from you. I have been very busy over the last 2 days, so I have not looked at anything, but I'll respond to your DM at some point. I promise. Hey, Damakas. Breeding Pool, that's worth some money. Ayo, Breeding Pool. Biotech Specialist, not so much. How much do we reckon this Nexus of Fate's going to be worth? Any guesses? Nexus of Fate? Don't look it up. I want off-the-cuff guesses only. I reckon $5. $7, not bad. In Quadox, anchored us now. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something insane, like $25 or $30. Yeah, we're gonna scan it. $7.49. Outreach game, but that's sus. Sus, not gonna lie. Dude, you want more pauper cards? What's the price? What's all the pricey stuff? Oh. You want Pinnacle Kinship? Pinnacle Killship? That's a pauper card. It's played in Monstertron. I read this as survey. Hold on, where's it on the camera? I read this as survey Mech-chan. Mech-chan, what are you doing? Ah, oh, fuck's sakes. Ooh, this one's surely worth something. $5. Gwen Stacy. Okay, what about Black Cat Cunning Thief? $1? $2. Oh, this one's surely worth something. $3.49. Okay, this one has to be worth something. Opposite of pauper. What about an unsleeved full heroic? $16 for foil. No, that can't be foil. $27. Okay, that's better. Gonna say that's mighty shiny. It's definitely foil. Would I happen to have a nasty nasty Atraxa list somewhere? Sorry, I'm gonna get ganked by cat. One moment, please. No, don't do that. Sorry, my cat's currently about to pull everything off my desk. Okay, move along. Move along. You can't see him. He's dodged the camera. You can see his shadow passing. No, I don't have a nasty Atraxa deck list. I think that's very solved, though. Like, Atraxa Poison or something is going to be very available. $10 for Tangle? Wow. We take those. It's where it gets fun, because the Universe is Beyond stuff, I'm just like, I have no clue. Silk Guard, $5? Sure. Spider-Man 2099, surely $1. 49 cents. Rip. Pretty Mountain, what do we reckon? Oh, 79 cents. $5 for Venom. Shadow of the Goblin, 150. Okay, okay. Island? Oh, yes, Spider-Man. Ooh, Lethal Protection. Is that worth anything? Oh, 129, okay. Outreach, which deck is this? A lot of bulk in this set, not gonna lie. No one wants the Spider-Man lands. Almost as bad as the pizza lands. Yeah, these cards are not very popular, clearly. Cat, don't you dare. Okay. What's this? Bulk. Oh, Finn the Fangbearer is very mean. That is very true. What do we reckon the Surge Foil Swamp is? I reckon like 70 cents. 50 cents. Jesus. Yeah, Turtles and Spider-Man. Not really racking up the hits here, are we? Jeez, no one liked this stuff. I'm putting little stacks of cards everywhere, and I'm like, What are these for? Oh, basic lands. Oh, this one probably goes for a couple of dollars. $2. Yeah, okay. Blue, if you can't be here, come, off you to go. Right over there. Pauper cards, pauper cards. Ooh, okay. I mean, this is not an expensive spell, but it's Silver Scroll foil, so it's probably worth like $2. 79 cents for a pretty burst lightning. That is unfortunate. What about a Color Storm Stallion? No. Boil Erode? $10. Okay, we take those. Witherbloom the Balancer. $5. Silver Quill, probably more expensive. 129? Oh, these dragons. People going off Commander? I feel like these are like banger Commander cards. Maybe people just bought a lot of Strixhaven. Flashback, good card. Disdainful Stroke, beautiful but not expensive. Repel Calamity, beautiful but not expensive. Yeah, we're not... I did not get hits with this set, that's for sure. I did not get the hits. Ooh, big score. Sita Masked Racer. I've never seen that. Salvala, surely goes for a couple of bucks. Yeah, okay, nice. Cavalier of Thorns, couple of bucks. $1. $1.49. What about Endurance? $7 for Endurance. Okay, we take those. I think these are the cards that were left over from the Elemental Precon. I expect most of them to be not worth anything. $11 for Springleaf Parade. Wow. Well, $12.99 technically. Wild Hunger. Okay, we're back to pauper cards, friends. We're back to pauper cards. I must say we're quite quiet on the questions today. It's a rarity. Normally I have like 59 questions just like taking over the stream. Don't dislike it. It's feeling very, very, very zen. Oh, more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. Let's go. I am unfortunately not looking for the 50-cent cards, despite that being what I'm getting. Ooh, $6, $5.50, $2, $5.49. Okay, let me take these out. So, 1 second. Getting a bit full. Have I made a cube before? No, but I really want to. I really want to. I think cube is incredibly cool. Cube is very cool. Is this the right place? No, it's not. No, it's not. I would like to make a cube. I think the process of making a cube is very cool. If you have any of you made cubes before? If so, what have you made? If you haven't made a cube, what cube would you make? I don't know if you can hear the little pings, but it's very satisfying. Bing, bing, bing. I really wish I liked these Turtles cards more as someone who really loves the Turtles. Oh, that's cool. What kind of a cube was it? Okay, more Turtles cards. $1 for Rostodons. Oh, this is surely some money. $20 Trouble in Pairs. We take those. Ooh, Underworld Breach. Kitsune's Technique. Well. Krang and Shredder. I pulled 3 Raph and Mikey Troublemakers. Mondo Gecko. Technodrome. Surely is some money. $5. Yeah, okay. Foil Leonardo. Okay, we're back on random cards. Ooh. Oh, Fabaro Alda. 79 cents for Fabaro Alda. It's a good deal. Surely like 50 cents. Sounds about right. Path to Exile. Okay. I feel like $5 for a Timeless Lotus is a lot. Like, Timeless Lotus seems to me to be a very bad card. I guess at low power, it's not. Muldrotha, surely like 50 cents. 159 for a Muldrotha. Let me take those. Okay. World of the Mardu. $5, not bad. 50 cents, okay. This is why I need to check the bulk here, because I've got a bunch of these random commons, or random rares stuck in between the commons. Guess it is called bulk. Yeah, like this. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's none of this is what we want. How much does this card cost? 50 cents. Never mind. Okay. These are all commons. More commons, more commons. More commons. While the commons are cool, they will be going to the gifting pile. I need to check here because there was... I feel like I'm missing quite an important card from the pack of cards. That is what we're doing, Wishing Stars. We are finding gems, or attempting to anyway. I do feel like, though, there was a... I know there was a... Oh, is it here? No. There was a foil Force of Will in the stack somewhere. I can't find it. So, we gotta hunt for that. It's pretty important. I don't lose that. Might actually have use for that. But I would have seen it for sure. Would have seen it. Not here. Not here. This is all bulk. Yeah, I imagine Legacy would be in a weird spot. What is Tiny Leaders? Uh, 60 cards, singleton, 20 life. Oh, okay, cool. So it's like Kali Commander, but better. Okay, but seriously, where did I put... the foil Force of Will? I'm actually concerned. That's not an insignificant amount of money. Oh, it was a format back in the day. I see. I see. Oh, these are the cards that I already scanned. Okay. Let's put them up here. Well, I guess I either will or won't find the, I will or won't find the, expensive cards. What do you reckon this is worth? I don't even know what this is. It's Duel Masters. Happy holidays. You're gonna have to enlighten me about what a chub toad is if I'm gonna answer that. $9.49? Hey, yo, that's not even foil. Oh, it decreases in price if it's foil? What bullshit is this? Whoa, $16 Sundial of the Infinite. Thanks, Avatar. It's foil? Oh, I'm not going to say if it's foil. It's going to get reduced in cost. $17? The fuck? Okay. I'm not going to complain. Ice Age is great. Love it. Love Ice Age. Promo Gran? 49 cents. Rip. I don't know if it's underrated, Palace Outreach. It seems like it's perfectly rated based on the price. Leyline Axe? $5? Okay, why are all the foils cheaper? This is a scam. I remember when foils were really fucking expensive. I know new foils suck, but still. Ooh, the Mechanist. 50 cents, wow. He's way too good to be costing 50 cents. I guess it's in the right deck, though. Sunshine, don't tell anybody. How am I gonna keep the secret if people keep telling everybody? Dragnologist? 79 cents, fair enough. Ooh, Buried Alive, why is that in here? Rose's Cave, good card. Guide of Souls, good card. Imskir, good card. Spymaster's Vault, also a good card. Foil Flashback, how'd you get in here? Yeah, it's true. It's so strange. I had a friend of mine got a warning in a Pauper tournament because of Pringles. And I was like, this is so dumb. $3.49 for a Sundown Pass. Ooh, we do have a pretty art Empty the Warrens. That's cool. Sunshine, how do those things work? I've heard of foil on them many times, but I'm like... Ooh, Rel Zarek. 279, okay. Comforting Counsel, $1. 49 cents. Rip. $5? Well, $4.59. $4.50, but still. Simic rares and being bulk rares? Name a more fucking... Name a better duo. I have a big stack of cards on a table near me. And then I use, you know the boxes that you get with the gift bundles? I use those. Because I get gift bundles every set from Magic. And, I just keep that box. And I put all my cards in those boxes. They're just raw dog in life in those boxes. The fun part will be sorting these all, and then I already need to sell my collection, the cards that I'm not using. I've got so many cards that I don't use that I need to sell. But the process of selling them is just such a pain. The problem is if I sell them to a shop, they'll give me like 50% of the value. And that's rough. Ooh, a Steam Vents. $22.99 for Steam Vents. We take those. Yeah, I don't buy that many cards. A Hexing Squelcher. I still don't get why this card is... I mean, yes, it says things can't be counted, but it's not that great. But hey, I'll sell it for $27. Ooh, a Spine Rock Tyrant in pretty art. That's surely like $1. Yeah, $3. Okay, I still haven't found the expensive shit. Kind of worrying. Kind of worrying. I thought it was with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Yeah, Sana, you're not wrong. You are sadly not wrong. Oh, that's cool. Galter, $1. Oh, $35! God, that is a professor moment. Yeah, there'll be some money here, because this is stuff from my decks. Ulamaug. Ulamaug. Don't bury anything, just go. Ooh, a Sacred Foundry. This stuff is actually deck related, so I'm not going to get rid of this. This stuff is all deck related. How much does Ultima go for? 99. That's way too pretty for that. Camera cool. Card Sphere? But I assume it's buy list, right? Like you have to use their buy list and upload cards, or how does it work? I just want someone to take everything and just remove it from my person and give me money. Probably not going to work that way. Ooh, $5 for Halia. I'll take that. Mossborn Hydra. $4. $16. Jesus. Okay. Seems like Commander is still popular. For Mossborn Hydra at $16. Or is it used in Standard? I can see that. Green Ram Stompy decks. Let's see that. Great Furnace. What the fuck are you doing here, brother? What are you doing here? It's an example of such a beautiful card that's worth just nothing. $279. So popular Magic content creator series continue text, reviewing build text. I mean, no. Have you watched my past streams? No time. I've done a bunch of that. What are you talking about? I've done a bunch of that. Do I think people not running any interaction, just playing all gas that can bracket to affect the play experience of the table? Yes. It depends though. I have a friend that has a habit of running no removal in his decks and running all gas and protection spells and counter spells. So like the burden of the removal falls into the other players, and if people don't interact with his stuff, then we just lose. And that can be kind of shitty, to be honest, to deal with sometimes. So yes, it does have an effect. I think most decks in Commander should have some interaction. Like, I think that as a player becomes better at deck building and better at the game, like, you can move away from... One can move away from lists and, like, templates. But I do think that always running removal, as an example, is a good idea. Pretty Kaikar. Won't be worth anything. Very pretty. Below Kaikar. Would you like to scan? No? Okay, well, you're not worth anything anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh, you did scan. $2. Okay, we take that. Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch. Now, that will actually be some money. $30. Jesus. What do you reckon? Aura Mutation? $1? 79. Artifact Mutation? $249. Oh, okay. But yeah, we'll scan this shit. Glamdring. $4. Oh, $3.99. Wow, that was a good guess. Foil Barudur. $3.49. Okay. $30 for an unwinding clock. The Chrome is morally expensive. $40. Roaming Throne, easy $25. $54. $55. Jesse, it's okay. It depends on the lighting, and the lighting here is not great. So, not the best. Yeah, you can tell the cards that were in my artifact deck, my Zuladark deck, are just like stonks. All of them, like 20 bucks, 40 bucks. These lands will be worth nothing though. Okay. Bahamut, surely 20 bucks. 33, okay. Everflowing Chalice can go over here. Palladium can go over here. Ironcry can go here. Mindstone, Liquid Metal Torque. We'll keep these, they'll be useful. For Foil Surge, Palantir of Orthanc. Probably like $15. 35. Oh, yo, okay. Okay. Trading post? Not worth much. Nah. Sculpting Steel. $5. Okay. That could be worse. This is leftover parts of me changing my Zuladark deck to be bracket 4. This was bracket 3, all these cards. And a lot of them were taken out. To make way for bracket 4 shenanigans. How beautiful is this? Ice Age, Icy Manipulator. Yeah, get wrecked, Berserk. That's, you deserve it. I'll put these here. I should keep these because these I might still use at some point. I won't use that. I won't use that. Tony Elevator, probably won't use that. Mind's Eye, maybe. Sire of the Seven Deaths, I definitely won't be using, and that's probably worth some money. $23. Okay. Hit the Betrays, $1. $18. Dramatic Orrery. 54. Jeez, what the hell? What the hell? Yeah, I'll keep the Icy Manipulator. I won't sell that. Bunch of Ornithopters, bunch of Pauper cards, Pauper cards, Pauper cards, banned Pauper cards, Pauper cards, Pauper cards. You can go over here. Big old stack of Pauper cards. These are all bulk. Don't need these. These are bulk. How does it feel to play Soul Talisman? Yeah, I don't like it. Nice if you have time in lower brackets. Rubbish otherwise. Emrakul, World Anew. $6. Wow. I remember when this card was like a lot. It's like 80 bucks, 60 bucks, 40 bucks was a lot. It was not cheap. Pauper cards, Pauper cards, Pauper cards. More Pauper cards, more Pauper cards. Even more Pauper cards. Okay, these are all Pauper cards. I really am perturbed though, because I am missing a expensive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card and a foil Force of Will. And that's a problem. Those two, oh, I just bumped the whole camera. Those two cards together are like $300. Don't mind me, I'm exploring. Okay, here's some cards that I got from the Marvel event that I went to. Went to a cool Marvel event. Was in the stadium in Melbourne. There's a stadium in Melbourne called the Marvel Stadium. It's branded the Marvel Stadium. It's sponsored basically by Marvel. And we went and did a Magic event there. It was cool. I don't think I pulled anything good that night, but it was still fun. Just gonna check if there's anything in these rares, but I don't think so. I think these rares are bulk rares. But let's find out. That's what I thought. I'm sure they're here somewhere. I'm sure they're here somewhere, but we'll see how we go. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. What's the craziest card you found in your bulk? What was the most expensive? Burnt Raisin. No, the best place to start is buying my collection of cards. I'm joking. 1 second, I was putting some cards down and then I'll answer your question properly. I won't give you a meme answer. So, are you looking to play the game or are you looking to build a collection of cards? Because those two things are very different. And I would say that if you are a newer player, you should not be looking up to build a collection of cards. You should be looking to build a playable deck, first and foremost. Let's just scan a card that wasn't there. It scanned a ghost card? Question mark? Okay. Moment. Collection. Yeah, I would say you should look to get playable decks. The precons are a really, really good place to start. Most of the modern precons are very functional. They will work really well for you. You can also look to build decks by people that might be trustworthy on the internet. I would like to think I am somewhat trustworthy when it comes to building decks, although you can make that opinion up for yourself or ask people questions. But yeah, I think precons are a great place to start. If not precons, look for people that build budget decks. So I build a bunch of budget decks. Someone whose decks I can probably quite safely recommend are people like Toma. I think his handle is Budget Commander. But this guy, I don't know if I can show you 1 second. One moment. Okay, this is here. So yeah, this guy. He builds a bunch of decks where they're probably similarly priced to precons. And he does like videos of like 50 decks that are $50 and stuff like that. So like I'd recommend him because if you're looking to start, I think the biggest thing I would recommend to you is don't just sink all of your money into lots and lots of cards. Be a bit selective with how you spend your money in the start and get a feel for what you like and don't like first. And precons and budget decks are a great way to do that. Yeah. But I would recommend. Give me a second. I'm going to make sure that I'm not absolutely cooking myself in terms of time availability. Yeah, I would say that budget decks are an even better place to start than precons, but you've got to have like, yeah, I mean, I think if you go and look at Toma's videos, or again, I have a bunch of decks on my Archidect, which you will find linked in most of my socials, or you'll find linked on YouTube, or if you search base deck department on Archidect, you'll probably find it. A lot of my decks there, I've got decks that are really good, that are $50, $100. Things like Galazeth Prismari if you like Spellslinger, Baba Lysaga if you want to play like Aristocrats, John Benton if you want to be an absolute fiend. There's things like Melek, which is really fun. I've done budget-oriented decks for Azula if you wanted to play high power. I've done lots of budget decks over there as well, but I would definitely recommend Toma. He's definitely got a wider breadth of decks. Do I have a favorite precon? I mean, I think the strongest precon they've ever made is the Merfolk precon. Campbell. The precons in Ixalan were insane. Both Pantalaza and Campbell were incredibly, like, I wanted to upgrade Campbell and I think I added one Merfolk Lord, and the deck did not need upgrading. Everything else was a side grade. One could put in high powered counter spells and stuff, but like it's not really necessary. Campbell is an incredibly strong deck. Yes, sorry, not Campbell, Hackball, that's the one. Campbell is my other budget deck that I haven't released yet. The tokens deck. Campbell Profiteering Mayor. But yes, Hackball. Sorry. Hackball, the Merfolk precon, is the best, probably the best precon I think they've made. In terms of power and playability and lack of needing to upgrade it. Like, there's almost nothing you have to do to that deck. Maybe a couple of lands, but you don't need the lands, really. Like, yeah, I just think it's a very sound deck. Of all the precons I've ever looked at, it's the only one I've gone, yeah, I don't know if I can do much to improve this. Like, I can do side grades and change how it plays, but improve? Yeah, it's really hard. T-Val's good as well. Yeah, T-Val's good. I think, actually, outside of the... I mean, lots of the precons are good. So many of them are good. The Lord of the Rings ones are all great. Eowyn especially. The Humans precon are very strong. Eowyn, incredible precon. The food deck, the Halfling one, great fun. The decks in Tarkia Dragonstorm were also all great. Some better than others, but not bad. Ever focus super strong. But yeah, lots of good precons. I would still say that I think Pantlaza and Hackball are the two best precons. There was more you could upgrade in Pantlaza though, because they didn't include all the expensive dinosaurs. Like Gishath, the one that spews out dinosaurs, and like you don't have the Velociraptor in there, hunting Velociraptor. So there's a bunch of stuff you have to add to really juice that deck. But even out the box, it's just good. So I'm hoping that I put the expensive cards that are missing in one of these boxes. But that's a later problem. I'm going to scan some of the Marvel rares I got. That's probably the last thing I'll do because I've got to run soon. We'll scan some of these and see what happens. See whether we pull any heat in Marvel. Because I'm more of a swords and sorcery nerd than a comic nerd. I love comics, don't get me wrong, but I grew up a swords and sorcery nerd, so I don't have a super... I love the Marvel movies in the 2010s, but I'm not a super Marvel nerd. The set definitely went a little bit over my head. Alright, Ultron Machine Overlord. $7, we take those. Oh, this is the set box, I think, right? Yeah, okay. These all have some value because they're part of the set. I don't think I pulled anything great in this set. We'll find out. Maybe a Bruce Banner? I think I pulled a Bruce Banner? Do I have a card that everyone plays that they probably need to cut? Depending on the deck, I think the card I am probably the lowest on, which everyone plays, is 3 Visits, and not 3 Visits, Cultivate and Kodama's Reach. Those are probably the 2 cards that I see lots of people playing when they really, it just does not fit in their deck, but they play it anyway because they think they need to run it. Like when they're running a 3-mana commander or a 4-mana commander and they're playing Kodama's Reach, I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Unless they're... Oh, Hyperion, $14. Wow. Unless they're ramping into something significant, so many times people will just automatically put Kodama's Reach and Cultivate in their decks because EDH Rec tells them to. And it's not good. Like something that I have found myself... Like I think I've always been a focus... My strategy for building decks has always been focus, 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 focus. And I think increasingly I've become very much like hyper-focused. Like how is your deck playing out every turn of the game? Like you need to plan out the card you want to see every turn and then make sure you have equivalents of those in your deck at its scale that you can do that thing. And often people don't do that. So like they add the Cultivate and the Kodama's Reach, but they don't think about how it fits into their mana curve. So yeah. Have I seen the Norman Osborn deck in action yet? Is that Green Goblin? AKA Fleem? I did not hit good cards. Well, good is subjective. Expensive cards is the right word. I have not actually built the Green Goblin deck, but in theory, I absolutely love it. Anybody who knows the kind of decks I build knows I'm a Graveyard Fiend, and Fleem / Green Goblin is just so sick. Huge fan of what he does. But I have not actually built one yet to test whether or not it's really good. And as for the point that you just made, Berserk, think it's a really good point. Like, I often tell people when they're like building a deck, I'm like, well, just look at the cards you're excited to draw. If you draw a card and you're not excited, probably a good sign that it shouldn't be in your deck. Right, I'm gonna answer one more question, and I think I have to run. I saw there was a question, so I'm gonna answer this question, and then I know it's been a short stream today, but unfortunately, real life be real lifing. So Victor Raka, will I make an updated Sauron video with the Hobbit cards, or I'm happy with how Sauron deck is? We'd also love to see a high budget version. So I don't think there is, at least the way I built Sauron, I don't think there is much value to adding more expensive cards beyond things like, I think I said this in the video, Force of Will, Fierce Guardianship, free counter spells, and more protection and counter magic. I think is, if you want to increase the power of the deck, you should add more counter spells. And maybe there's some other things, some new stuff that's come out. Maybe Flashback is a good spell to add because of how graveyard synergistic the deck is. But I don't really think there's that much you can add. Improve the mana base. Outside of that, there's not that much you can add. The deck, a lot of the cards the deck wants are quite cheap. And then will I update it with the Hobbit cards? From what I have seen in the Hobbit, there is no Ring Tempt, which I'm very sad about because I have been waiting. The moment I heard there was a Hobbit set, I was like, let's fucking go. It's Sauron upgrade time. And the one thing I was looking for was better Ring Tempt cards. But I don't think we're getting that, based on, unless something comes out in the next couple of days. But I think spoilers are pretty much over. So yeah, I think that there won't be that much upgrade. The only thing that might affect that is if there are some amass cards. I think I saw some amass cards, but they didn't look great. Because what Sauron, if you've played the deck a lot, I assume you've built it. The problem that the thing the deck wants is it wants to repeatedly amass a lot. So like Orcish Bowmasters is great in the deck because it pumps up your Orc army really quickly, right? But it's a repetitive effect. It's not a once-off effect. Cards that are like amass goblins to draw a card, which I think there's something like that in the set from what I saw. Something like that. I can't remember. But like, that's not really useful in this deck. The deck doesn't really want to amass 2 at once, amass 1 of 5 times, 10 times over 2 turns or 3 turns, or it wants, amass 2, but it happens every turn over 5 turns. Because it's like really a bracket 2.5 deck, right? It's a high-powered bracket 2 deck. So you really want to get Sauron out in like turn 5 and then sit there for 5 turns building up this giant Orc army that you throw at people. I just haven't seen anything that adds to it, which is sad. Mixed feelings on the Hobbit set. I think that it's a really good set for the Hobbit. I wish that it was a... This wasn't what you asked, but I'll say this anyway. Hey, Magoop, you are literally joining as I'm about to dip because I have to run off, I'm afraid. But I wish the Hobbit set was more of another Lord of the Rings set. And what I mean by that is there is so much to explore in Middle-earth. And I imagine they didn't have license to do creative things, like make Hobbit stories that aren't exactly in The Hobbit. They probably had to stick pretty closely to the license they were given. But the set is quite small from what I've seen, and I wish it was bigger. And I wish that it had more Middle-earth lore in it. There's so many characters that could have been brought in, and so many cool things they could have done. And the set could be much bigger. I love it. I love what I've seen. I just wish there was more. And unfortunately, none of it adds to the Sauron deck, which is unfortunate. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this very brief stream. Next time, I promise to find my expensive Force of Will. I hope if I can find it. I'll try and stream a bit more over the next week. I'll probably stream next weekend again. And I might try and do some streams during the week as well. But I will just put it on my posts So if you're keen on more streams, just keep an eye on the posts in the next week, and I will probably update you. Might do a stream on Tuesday US time, and probably again on Saturday, maybe even Friday night, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out.